Prithee, attend mine words. The following audio-visual compilation is not intended for those who have fewer than 13 summers, and, to fully optimize thine amusement, thou must needs have either completed the main sequence quest up to the indicated level, or foreknowledge unsettles thee not. Verily, I doth counsel discretion. Hello! Sake-Driven again here, we're back. This time we're talking about going to the village of the elephant people. So 'tis the simulacra of the Thanavirian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. Woo. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though, indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. Aye, as you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. To oculi! Na-na-na-na-na! Meet you there. Look at this landscape. It's so cosmic, so beautiful, so lovely. My God. Meet you back at the village. Welcome to Alkali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please, make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to anyone. Feel free to show yourself. More filler quest! Okay, their gods are divided into two groups. The Manusa, who are of wisdom, and the Murga, who are beings of might. Okay, so who are the gods of courage, then? There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. Not a damn thing! And it's cutscene time in the rain. Ugh. Oh, sorry for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll, which depicts our three most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Oh. They are Manusa. You heard about them already, yes? Three sisters. Cinderva, the goddess of wisdom. The alchemists hold her in highest. Middle sister, Sandorva, goddess of wealth. Are they the Mega Sisters? Alright. And Mandurva, the crafts. Ah, okay. Cindy, Sandy, and Mindy, of course. And although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. And of course the eldest sister is stacked. In fashion like to the Marusa, the deities of Neviosia preside over a myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mirga, may I ask? The Mirga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have the occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a gorgeous head. He is venerated as the progenitor of the Ascadara. Oh, he's Ganosha, essentially. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. Oh, what kind of special place? The sexy kind. Oh my. You worship dragons too. It's said that an ancestor of the satrap, the ruler of Razadhan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. Could that have been Bahamut? This divinity has since acted as a guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds... Oh, satrapy! Legend holds that if the satrapy is in need, the dragon will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower.
That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success.
I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance. Alright. An alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kryle's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Alright, meet you there.
Oh, you're going to go meet Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant, beautiful, kind and understanding, and did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day.
Oh, I guess Thancred might not be interested. Or would he?
And those eyes, when you meet her, take care you don't drown in them.
Okay. Alright, meet you there. For real this time. Oh, jeez. That sounded less like a gasp of pain and more of a moan of pleasure.
What happened here?
Somebody set to bust the bomb.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Or maybe they've been up all night playing video
Thinkest thou
games.
they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests.
Who are you?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the Satrap.
okay.
My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Kind of reminds me of an Aura Alfie.
People of the Great Work, I come bearing new scales.
Eh? What?
Scales? We have new scales?
Eh? I are
Yes,
confuzzled.
my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Am I getting introduced to the new Beastmen mechanic? Except these aren't Beastmen, these are regular men.
Now I can continue my
Happy
experiment.
day. Oh my god.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are
Explain.
dragon scales.
Oh jeez.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
What?
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Nice.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Of course. You're the one Kryle sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I'm the warrior of darkness. I mean,
This
light.
is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in
Okay,
days.
I'm getting an Isle of Besaid vibe from these guys.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Killed a
Curious
dragon,
that it
obviously.
concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
I don't think I've ever seen a green shale before. This kid's creeping me out.
That is well. You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Yes. Yeah, he hasn't washed that spear in ever.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory. Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
A little?
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Yeah. You must be Nidhana.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidhana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results.
Huh.
Come with me, all of you,
understood that.
and I can explain the crux of the situation.
This music.
NPC. Thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared round the world, and we're happy and grateful you'll help with ours.
Though Kryl itself is tied up with another investigation, Boone is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of aether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. Ooh. Okay, so they're studying the tower from a distance. To strike back, you gotta create these enchanted talismans. Okay. Could such a thing be possible? Dude, I mean, if they're gonna give us a cure to tempering, they might as well also be giving us a way to prevent it, right? Still testing. Oh god, they're gonna use us as test subjects. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Oh. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Hey, I'm a pretty accomplished alchemist myself. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here's where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. That's my department. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we only ask that you serve as an escort. Oh! Wait, what? Look, I only did that a couple of times in Yulemore when I was hard up on cash. I will explain in greater detail later, but you'll be venturing into the tower's field of influence. Oh, I know a thing or two about influencers too. And so, for your own safety, I will first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. It's pretty good, usually. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as how you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof.
You exit the Great Wilk and turn south. There's a hill to the right. Okay, meet you there. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not at all. Or, not all are accustomed to physical strain. I give you the fruits of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night. The Drunken Deepa. The what? Character chat general. It's in character settings. Okay, thank you. A Deepa is a lantern. Powerful blast of ether. Speak common, please. I don't understand what you're talking about. Begin when you're ready, observing from a safe distance. Okay. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure. Retreat to it.
Okay, so far it's done the blasty blast thing a couple more times. I'll meet you when we get to the next phase of the quest. Okay, we pick up the little bugger after receiving several discharges of ether. Oh my. Alright, then we're gonna go back to Nidhana. Nidhana's right here, so I'm not gonna bother clipping or pausing or whatever. Ah, you've returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I'll replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea of any sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Yep. Ah, then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. You are a capable warrior. No, I'm a paladin, silly. Would you be amenable to assisting me in another errand? If this involves me using my sword, yes. Okay, special link, exhausted, or you need spirit weed. You want me to go score you some weed? You want me to go score you some weed? Oh god, an escort mission. I need another fucking nap. Okay. Oh man. Escort missions. Hey, I'll tell you something though. The last time I was on an escort mission, I found a dead body. Okay, we're going to Kadaja's footsteps. Got it. Meet you there. And here we are, Kadaja's footsteps. Kadaja was a great dancer. Those who follow in her footsteps, they come here to train to be dancers. Okay. The weed is over here. Okay, so we need to go gather some weed. Gotcha. I'm gonna gather the weed. You gotta protect my ass. Okay. Maybe. Hey, look, I wasn't sure whether I would actually be able to log on during prime time hours, so... Yeah. Oh, wow, what a nice temple.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Oh, facing trials is my job. Do you trust the satrap?
Completely. Without the satrap and his line, Radzad Khan would not exist.
You know, they said the same thing about Varthri.
Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra.
Okay.
When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces.
Oh.
Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
Interesting.
Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict, and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
That's pretty cool. Alright.
And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
Well, with me here, you got nothing to worry about.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
No, I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. Whoa.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence
This
with
motherfucker.
magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Am I supposed to know this?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
I'm a deck in the schnoz.
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
Clearly.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
What's your game, Fan Daniel? Fanny boy.
Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
I don't get this guy. I can't get a read on him. If you'll excuse me, I shall return to work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidhana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. Ew, I gotta go cut the gallbladder off a giant now? What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure and Estinien shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. But we'll need to replenish our stores. Ugh. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. I appreciate the offer, but I gotta have the main character, the hero of Eorzea, do it for you. Ah! Wow! Oh, this is way different than a chocobo. Oh! And here we are. Manned by the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Oh, neat. Whoa, ominous. Great photo op, though. Nabdeen says, well, who should it be but young Varshan on an errand from the satrap pilgrim? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, Pilgrim, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm in these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children.
Your predecessor, too, often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years since now then you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I'm certain he is well. We're gonna meet him later, aren't we? As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but I still worry for you. We would overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear, Pilgrim? I will, Nadine. Thank you.
General, Nadine.
We have stolen a small Imperial shuttle. And who might this be, Pilgrim? Not Hannish by the look of him. Permit me to introduce Boone Stake-Driven of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman.
Hi, I like swords. From Eorzea, you say? Well, originally I'm from the nondescript town of far away in the land of somewhere.
Towers have appeared over there too. Yes, tell me, what is the situation like, Pilgrim?
It sucks.
May I suggest you exchange information with all soldiers? Oh, we gotta talk to 3 random people again. Alright, be right back. Okay, so what we can gather is they don't know shit about the towers. We shared information with them, and we found out the Radiant Host are the Guardians of the Land. They are essentially the Paladin Order of the Satrapy. Okay, after talking to him again, we gotta jump on this thing, and it's gonna take us to where we were originally supposed to go, which is to find the gallbladder of a giant. It's supposed to be some kind of ore. It's not actually the gallbladder of a giant, thank God. Here you are, a big hefty sack. And we're back. We're about to hand her over a big fat sack.
Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you for bringing these.
Alright, we got everything for the next prototype. Oh, it's cutscene time.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Yep.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught. The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault.
That's Urianger.
If it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Yeah, I prefer orgies that are like pleasure and stuff, you know.
And yet, and spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Yeah. When you and Stola and Minz that night after the feast, after the banquet, I was inconsolable. Yeah, I think I understand, Thancred.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear.
Well, bears and despair go together, don't they?
Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
There you go, Uri.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's over there! No, now he's gone. Shit.
What is it? What did you see?
Oh, that Van Daniel jerk.
Van Daniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
Eh?
At long last!
Tell me!
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments!
Well then, hooray!
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I'll say.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Okie dokie.
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Yeah, if I can reach your head, sure. Well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that. Because I have no idea how to punch out an elephant.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidhana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first.
That's true.
And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue.
Man.
Is that clear?
She's throwing up so many death flags.
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away.
Okay.
Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Yeah, you got it.
Shall we be on our way?
Yeah.
I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery.
Dumbass!
Well, it looks like we're going to be heading down to the Tower of Zot. but I'm afraid we're gonna have to do that in the next one. Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.
Fly me to the moon and let me play with all the swords. Then I'm gonna eat chicken nuggies by the score. La 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 la. Don't know the words.